Oh my goodness, folks, what's up? This is Michael in the wee hours of the dead of night on the graveyard shift with your daily trivia question. Once again, and the weekend's over. The Super Bowl's over. The Bengals lost. Cold weather's back. It's Monday. All that good stuff to get your week started. Let's just get over it. Jump right in and get the week going. Okay, so the answer to the previous trivia question was Mr. Dr. John Snow. This is an interesting case. Just if you're a history geek like me, this is good stuff. I have studied this case a few times in my life. So in the mid-1800s in London, people didn't have running water or modern toilets in their home. As you can imagine, they used town wells and communal pumps to get the water they used for drinking, cooking, and washing. It was not uncommon for untreated sewage and animal waste to go directly into the Thames River and into open pits called cesspools. There's a nice thought to get your Monday started. Water companies often bottled water from the Thames and delivered it to pubs, breweries, and other businesses. So you can imagine there was a high potential for contamination. In 1854, now this is where the trivia question kind of comes into focus, a severe cholera outbreak struck the Soho district of London, and this killed hundreds of people, and it was spreading very rapidly. So at the time, most people believed that cholera was spread through the air. They thought it was an air transmittable sickness. So by using a geographical grid, this is really cool where this comes into play. Using a geographical grid to chart deaths from the outbreak and investigating each case to determine access to the pump water, Dr. John Snow developed what he considered positive proof that a single water pump was the source of the epidemic. So he basically graphed all of these outbreak cases and plotted them on an overview of the Soho district. What he was basically doing was applying spatial analysis to this investigation. For one of the first and most historic times, he was able to spatially associate cholera cases with a single contaminated water pump. Again, it was one of the first and most historic uses of spatial analysis. This led to a number of positive changes. The water pump was disabled, preventing further deaths. Cholera was identified as a waterborne disease, which he was trying to make people believe to begin with, and efforts to improve water and waste systems in London were well underway after the work of John Snow. Scientists consider Snow to be the pioneer of public health research in a field that is known as epidemiology because of his work with spatial analysis and tracing this outbreak back to one water pump. Much of the current epidemiological research still uses theories such as Snow's to track the sources and causes of many diseases. I studied this class being a Parks Recreation sports tourism sports management major graduate student. We, as you can imagine, studied spatial analysis as it pertains to parks and so forth and land and so. But this was one of the historical cases that we studied because it's one of the first uses of spatial analysis. This is really cool stuff, folks, if you want to research it further. Okay, that brings us to today's trivia question for February 14th, Valentine's Day. Happy Valentine's Day. On this day in 1925, the company that manufactured record-keeping devices and measuring systems called Computing Tabulating Recording Company, also known as CTR, is renamed this corporation, famous for producing and selling computer hardware and software, and for being a major research organization. Still around today. Good luck, folks. It's a tough question. Have a good week, everybody, and happy Valentine's Day.